Hello, my name is Amina and I'm your decision making specialist. And today is April 12th, and that means it is day 27 of In Shelter, In Place. And I am so glad you're here with me. I am realizing how many days it is. And matter of fact, the other day I got so blurred, I thought it was Thursday and it was really Wednesday. So maybe you're better at keeping track. I'm writing it down. And I know I have a phone calendar. It's just I write it down and then I can look at it. And so today I was thinking that I would like to tell you a secret. I came out with my secret in 2004 at a workshop, and it felt great. So this is a secret that I've been carrying around since I was 5 years old. You want to know what the secret is? I'll tell you. The secret is I invented and. Yeah, you know those 3 letters, A, N, D? Sometimes they're little letters, sometimes they're caps, sometimes the front one is an big A, and I invented it. Well, I know everyone uses the word and it's all over the place, and some business was talking about the power of and. Well, the reason is I decided not to put a patent on it. I decided not to just lock it up in a safe and not tell anyone. I decided that I know that I invented it and it's my secret, and I want everyone and you to share in that and. Now, the story is when I was 5 years old, just barely 5, I had saved up enough money for a scarf. I love scarves. I will not tell you how many scarves I have now because I invented and. Well, I had saved up my money, and I'm telling you, it took a long time to save up that money, and I'm good at saving money. It's just we didn't have very much when I was growing up. So whatever I could find or earn along the way, which is not very much in our household, I put in a jar, and I saved and I saved and I saved. And my mom helped me count the money, and she says, I think there's enough now. So we got on the bus. I remember there was snow and it was cold and windy. I didn't care. I had my jar of money and I was going to get my scarf. So got off the bus, walked into the store. It was warmer than outside, I'm glad. And I walked up, and there was this clerk, and she said, "May I help you?" And I said, "Yes, I came to get a scarf." And she said, "Well, young lady, you came to the right place. Follow me." So he did. And I looked. Oh my gosh. I didn't know there were so many scarves in the world. There were scarves all over. Oh, and some were soft, and some were thick, and some were bright colors. Some had flowers on them. One of them had zebras on it, and another one had ducks, and more colors than I had in my crayon box. I didn't even know the names of some of those colors. And I'm looking, and I'm looking, and I'm looking. And I know I only have enough money for one scarf. Well, the long story is I looked, and I couldn't make up my mind. I couldn't pick one scarf. So I'm embarrassed and ashamed to tell you that when I was 5 and I was so eager to get that scarf, I walked out of the store with my mom. No scarf, just my jar of money. Because I froze at trying to make a decision. I stared and I stared and I almost made one. And then I almost made one. And I couldn't. I just couldn't. So when I was walking out the door is when I decided 2 things. One, I was going to know how to make decisions and I would never walk out empty-handed without a scarf again, ever. The other is I decided that one scarf was not enough. So what about and? What about one scarf and then a scarf and then a scarf? And then maybe someday, if I saved really hard, I could have one of all, well, I didn't really want the duck one. I could have one of every scarf that I wanted just because of the and. Because when I would say I'm going to get a scarf, guess what? Period, the end, one scarf. And then when I was in the store and I had to pick that scarf or that scarf or that scarf, guess what? It was still only one scarf. However, when I thought about and, guess what? One scarf and one scarf and one scarf. I could have 1,000,000 scarves, I mean, if I had enough money, because of and. So, I want you to know that I am giving you full permission to use and. You can use it today. You can use it tomorrow. You can put it in your pocket and save it. And whatever you're looking at and you want more of, just plug in an and. And that is what we can do and what you can do right now is you can have your feelings of uncertainty and scaredness and wonder if your company's going to survive, if you're going to be able to keep your job, if the unemployment is really going to come through when the internet and the site keeps crashing, wondering if that here in the United States, that $1,200 is really going to be deposited in your account. If so, when? Wondering about your rent, wondering about how your neighbor's doing, all of these worries and scares. And one client was worried about, she had just been dating this wonderful man for about 4 months, and he has a business and is really concerned about it. And so there's some distancing with him psychologically, emotionally, because he's busy tasking. And she started doubting herself and doubting the relationship. And sometimes the kids are waking up in the middle of the night and they're just scared and they don't know why, because our emotions as grown-ups are very contagious. They're contagious with each other as grown-ups, and they're very contagious with our children. So this is where the and comes in. I am not advocating, I don't want, and it would not be healthy for you to deny and say, oh, nothing's going on, everything's going to be perfect, this will be over in a week, we'll be back to normal. No, I'm not going to tell you that. And I don't want you to tell yourself that. I want you to tell yourself how it really is, no worse, no less, no better. Just tell yourself the way it is now and think about out there so that you have 2 scarves or 3 scarves. I'm scared and I'm anxious and I'm uncertain. And I'm going to practice the story I want out there and the story that I want to live and remember and know that I began creating right here and now with one simple word, and. And also because you are creating a legend, you are creating your legacy. Everyone around you is going to remember how you used and. Now, if you want to tell the secret of you using and, fine with me. If you want to keep it private and just use it and surprise everybody, go ahead. However way you use the word and, use it to your advantage so that you set yourself up for getting more of what you want. If you think of it as steps, step here, and then there, and then there, and then there, until we get out. And you take really good care of yourself. And come back, click that subscribe button. And I will see you tomorrow, and I will be looking for you. And thank you for coming. Bye for now.